Oh, hi, hello. Come and see my garden. Follow me. The first thing I have to say, by the way, it's not just my garden. It's shared with Claire Ann, who lives here. And we've been working on this a lot together ever since we got locked down, so to speak. So this used to be just a mass of something called wild geranium. There's nothing much interesting here at all. And I thought, well, to be neighbourly, I'll dig it up a bit and so on. We tend to inspire each other, which is really nice. The neighbour who doesn't live here, it's a holiday cottage, he cut down all the ivy on that entire wall. It left just some dead stems and things. And Claire's very visually sensitive, so she got some trellis and some perennial sweet peas, and I did all the work really to make it work. So now you've got a nice sort of fountain of sweet peas, and underneath it there's edible peas. Just behind you there's some language here on these bits of wood here, if you have a look at those. Well, the first one said in French, Bienvenue au jardin des deux voisins, which means welcome to the garden of two neighbours. The next one is in Latin, it says Semper aliquot novi apud hortum, which is a misquote from Pliny. It means there's always something new in the garden. And the third one is quite intriguing. You've got to work out what it means. Behold, the Irish Moroccan illuminating elephant. And the reason for that is it's an elephant which has a solar panel in it, and at night time you get changing flow of colours and so on. It lights the place up and it's lovely. Over there, there's what happens if you leave dockins to grow on. A lot of people cut them down because they're deadly dangerous, which they're not. And they flower, they produce seed, the seed matures, and it's lovely as what I call bird seed on the hoof for the winter, for the little birds. This little pond, for example, wasn't here before either. It's actually made out of some chicken wire wrapped around with a big garden sack. But what happened is it's attracted a number of garden animals. There's a smooth-snouted crocodile, there's a shy ivy beast, there's a little cross-looking man here, and so on, and there's possibly an elephant at the back. Everybody says we'll get frogs here, but I don't believe it. I'd like to introduce you to Green Rum. This is actually a retired Irish racing rocking horse. Now normally retired racing horses go out to grass, but we gave him the job of looking after the potatoes. But it was the first time he'd ever done it, and he didn't do very well, so we didn't actually get a lot of potatoes out of it. This is supposed to be a tomato house, but in fact what's happened, it's been taken over by triffids, I think. The only trouble is that triffids don't produce tomatoes, so I don't know what we're going to do with it. You're now being welcomed into our little sanctuary. This is the far end of the garden, and it used to be for storing spare logs and things, but we thought it'd be nice to have somewhere to sit quietly, observe the garden and the birds, but nobody can see us, as it were. So that little bench, I restored that shortly so it fitted in there. That was actually made out of scrap iron and a bit of a futon, and so it's just a nice peaceful little place to be, private. And then in the evening you get the street lamp on it as well, so it's just absolutely gorgeous. You can sit out here at night if you like and just meditate, whatever that is. In a way, lockdown has been very useful for us. It's sort of liberated our creativity. We're not supposed to go anywhere, we're not supposed to do anything and so on. And it means we've diverted our energies into the garden so that we can all enjoy it. And I mean, I've lived here since 1986 and very little was done up until lockdown. So hooray for lockdown, as it were.